Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel or series videos. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, and for subscribing. In this video I'll be updating you on unfortunate love. Guess what? Oh my god, this episode is shocking. Rishi throws money on Lakshmi in front of everyone and Lakshmi cries. You need to watch what happened that made him do that. Please watch till the end to find out what happened. Let's go. Lakshmi comes to Doberon's house. Sanjay greets her. Lakshmi asks, "How are you?" He says, "I am fine, but everyone is sad without you." He goes to call everyone. Lakshmi steps inside the house and recalls going out. Karishma stops her and asks her to go back and says, "There is no place for you here." Lakshmi says, "You are thinking me wrong. I haven't returned." Sonia asks, "What are you doing here?" Lakshmi says she came to meet Rishi. Karishma says he is not at home. Rishi comes to Rano's house and asks for Lakshmi. Rano says she is not here. He says, "You have called me." Sonia misbehaves with Lakshmi. Lakshmi politely asks her to talk with manners. Karishma asks her to get out. Lakshmi says, "I came for some work here." Karishma says, "Rishi is not here, so leave." Virender comes there and sees Lakshmi. He calls her. Lakshmi stops and comes to Virender. Virender gets teary eyes and asks, "How are you?" He says, "Without you, Lakshmi says, "I know you were not talking." Virender says, "I got life back now." Lakshmi hugs him. Virender cries and says sorry. He asks her to forgive him. Rano tells Rishi that Lakshmi went to give the divorce papers and says, "Your family was misunderstanding me." So Lakshmi said that she will give the papers herself and will end this relation herself and also will end all the misunderstandings. Rishi runs from there. Rano says, "I will also come with you," and runs behind him. Virender asks Lakshmi if she is fine. Karishma and Sonia come to him. Virender asks them to shut up and says he saw how Sonia was misbehaving with Lakshmi. Karishma says she was handling her. Sonia says Lakshmi will make us feel bad. Ayush says she is Lakshmi Babi. Sonia argues with Ayush. Lakshmi says, "Leave it, Ayush." Sonia blames Lakshmi for separating the family members, provoking her dad, and now making her brother against her. She tells Lakshmi that she is wonderful. Virender asks her, "From where did you learn this?" and says, "Don't forget that she is my daughter." Sonia says, "Then who am I?" Karishma says, "You are very bad, Lakshmi." Lakshmi says, "I accept that I am bad," and says she don't want them to fight, and says she came for some work. Daddy, Ahana, and Devika come home. They hug Lakshmi. Lakshmi touches Daddy's feet. Daddy blesses her. Lakshmi hugs her. Ahana and Devika hug her. Devika asks, "Where is your stuff?" Lakshmi says, "I haven't come here to stay." Neelam comes downstairs. Lakshmi says, "I came to meet Rishi, but as he is not here, I will go myself. Nobody needs to throw me out." Neelam asks Lakshmi, "What is your work with Rishi?" Rishi tells Rano that he has forgotten the keys. Rano asks him to get it. She pretends to make a phone call and tells that Rishi and his family are thinking that Lakshmi will get divorced for free. But since Lakshmi went to that house, she is waiting for the chance so that Rishi does some mistake and Lakshmi can ask her for alimony. She says something might have happened between them, that Lakshmi told that she will go there herself. She tells that she is going to support Lakshmi. She says Rishi is having an affair with Malishka. Rishi is hot hearing whatever Rano said. The episode starts with Rano asking Rishi to come fast and says Lakshmi might have reached by now. Rishi asks her to wear the car seat belt. Neelam asks Lakshmi what is her work with Rishi. Virender says this is her home and she can come at any time. Sonia says her chachi told that she. Virender shouts asking Sonia not to interfere between elders. Karishma says you are once again scolding Sonia due to Lakshmi. Virender says, "Let me talk to my sister once." Lakshmi asks Verenda not to get angry on anyone and says they are family members and says everyone is upset and angry. She asks him not to say anything to anyone and asks him not to get worried. Neelam says, if you are so concerned for your Baji, then why don't you return? And promises to give her same respect which she deserves. Lakshmi says, you are thinking me wrong, and says, when I have no relation with Rishi, then how can I stay here? Rishi comes there and says, Lakshmi is saying the right thing. Her relationship is over with everyone, but she has relation with money still. Verenda says, our Lakshmi is not like that. Rano comes there and says, I told that Lakshmi will come herself. Rishi asks, did you bring papers? Lakshmi says, yes. Rishi goes. Lakshmi asks, what is happening? Why Chachi came here? Rishi brings the luggage bag and asks how many times you have saved me. He tells that he had met her yesterday and HR manager misbehaved with her, and he saved her respect and told that she is Lakshmi Oberon and went to stand on her feet. He says everyone shall know that you are not good as everyone assumes. Ayush tries to stop him. Rishi asks him not to interfere. Lakshmi asks, what do you want to prove? Rishi says you were not right and asks her to give the papers. Lakshmi gives the papers. Rishi asks her to read. Lakshmi says, why shall I read? She is about to go. Rishi reads that Lakshmi Bajwa wants to divorce her husband Rishi Oberons and wants alimony. Rano scolds Rishi and says Lakshmi wants alimony, etc. Karishma says they are greedy and tells that small people open their mouths big. Rano asks, why is she hesitant to give them money? Lakshmi asks Rishi if she thinks that she is behind this. Rano asks her not to clarify. Rishi claps and says, you got what you wanted. Verenda says she is our Lakshmi. Rishi tells that she is not like we thought and tells that her Chachi was bringing the papers till yesterday and today she herself brought it. He tells that he was guilty to break her heart and he didn't know that she was waiting for a chance and will ask for money to save his life. He says, I was in guilt, but you have betrayed me, and says I am hot here. Truth is that you always wanted money. Ayush and Verenda try to clarify. Rishi asks them not to interfere and asks Neelam to make them understand. Rishi asks Lakshmi how much money she wants and says I will give for the love and care, and says it was not truth, but acting and betrayal. He opens the money bag and gives money in her hand. He says this money is for saving me for the first time. He gives more money for saving him from crocodile attack. Lakshmi is shocked. Ayush asks Rishi not to do this. Rishi says, you have saved me from snake and sucked the poison out from my body, and gives money in her hand. Lakshmi drops the money on the floor. He pours money on the ground and empties the bag. Sonia smiles while others get sad. Rishi asks if she needs more money and says, I have paid for everything now. He says, I will send more if you want, and asks if she is happy now. He says, you have ended everything. Rano says, why you have done Siapa to give money. She asks Hannah to give any packet and says she will take the money in the bag. She sits to pick the money. Lakshmi asks Rishi that there is nothing more than life and asks if this is the price for your life. Rishi says yes. Lakshmi returns him all his money and asks him to give the love, care, trust, their moments, that time when they were each other's smiles, when their support is their peace, when she thought him as her identity. She says, give me an ointment for the wound which you have given me. Rishi says, I am really sorry that your drama is over. He says, you have acted really well, acting of a good wife and girl. He says, I have seen your true face, and says Dad was sure that Lakshmi will not come with the papers, but you have come yourself with it. Lakshmi says, if you could know me this much, and says it is good that our relation was over. Ayush says Lakshmi and Rishi. Rishi says you are showing attitude even now. Ayush breaks the vase and keeps on Rano's neck. He shouts asking Rano to tell the truth. Who has sent the divorce papers? He says he will murder her. Rano says Lakshmi was not aware of this. I have done this. Ayush asked if everyone saw who was telling the truth and who was misunderstanding. Lakshmi says Chachi did right, but she shouldn't have asked for money. She says if she had not asked for money, then how did I know that Rishi was a businessman and prized all my doings? Rishi says my illusion broke today. She says no papers have the strength to make relations and breaks his relations with her, witnessing the Matarani. Neelam and Verenda was shocked. Lakshmi says this relation was never in your mind and heart and says I will break my relation with you. Sonia and Karishma smile. Rishi and Lakshmi look at each other. Rishi goes to his room while Lakshmi goes out of the house. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more updates from your favorite Z Word series.